At the theater of the great being, life unfolds like a stormy symphony. Its culmination collides on our fragile shores, and its silence stretches into vast echoing voids. The challenges are not just interruptions in this orchestral drama. It is the dissonant chords that give the melody its depth, and the shadows that make the light brighter. And in this complex dance of chaos and harmony lies an opportunity to discover what real power really is. It is not the thunderous roar of invasion or the brute force of resistance, but something more subtle, but infinitely deeper. The ability to remain still like a mountain lake amid the raging winds of adversity. We live in a world that adores domination, where every challenge is perceived as a dragon that must be killed, and every obstacle is a fortress that must be stormed. But life, like the sea, challenges such a strict domination. Believing that we are able to completely subordinate reality to our will is like trying to hold water in our hollow hands. It seeps through our fingers no matter how hard we hold it. True power, then, consists not in exercising power over the uncontrollable, but in learning to float like a leaf above the river current, carried by forces greater than ourselves, but never losing sight of the shore. Calm in the face of unrest is not a surrender enveloped in silence. It is a resilience enveloped in serenity and tranquility. Imagine yourself standing on the edge of a cliff while lightning cleaves the sky. Your heart beats, your breath quickens, and yet you choose to watch the storm with wide-eyed amazement instead of fleeing in horror. This calm is a lantern lit in the darkest forest, casting enough light to guide your steps in the darkness of the night. He turns the fear of a hungry monster into a shimmering shadow, a shadow that retreats when faced with a constant determination. Nature, that immortal artist, draws her lessons on the canvas of the earth, and each stroke whispers truths deeper than can be described in words. Contemplate the lotus flower, which emerges pure from muddy water. Its petals bloom gently, untouched by the filth at the bottom, to teach us that the purity of the soul should not be polluted by the swamp of circumstances. Similarly, keeping calm amid the storms of life requires establishing deeper values than chaos at the surface level. Or take an oak tree, whose branches stretch towards the sky while their roots go deep into the underworld. When storms blow through their leaves, they do not break because they know that resilience is survival. And like an oak tree, we have to learn to bend without breaking. Our inner strength becomes the trunk that anchors us, strong and firm, even with the winds of change blowing around us. The desert offers another metaphor, cruel and beautiful in its austerity. Under its arid expanse lies a hidden life patiently waiting for the rain that may come only once every decades. Also, we must cultivate patience, trusting that even in dry seasons, the seeds of hope planted in US will someday bloom under the gentle touch of divine providence. Caring for tranquility means taking care of a secret garden inside ourselves, extracting flowers of peace from the soil that is often trampled by anxiety and haste. Here are some tools for plowing this fertile land. Visualize your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky, some dark and ominous, others soft and luminous. Mindfulness invites you to sit quietly under it, observing its forms and movements without chasing it. Through practices such as meditation or simply focusing on the rhythm of your breath, the horizon line becomes always present and unshakable, regardless of the weather above. Life experiences often loom on the horizon, like giants overlooking us. However, perspective shrinks these monsters to a manageable size, revealing them as illusions cast by the setting sun. Ask yourself, will this moment remain like ink on paper or fade away like morning fog? Stepping back, we see the bigger picture, a fabric woven with threads of joy and sadness, triumph and failure, all necessary for design. Gratitude is the golden thread that connects the fragments of our days. Even in the darkest hours, there are treasures to be found. A kind word is said, a ray of sunlight penetrates the darkness. The sound of laughter echoes in the empty halls. Practicing gratitude means polishing these precious stones until they shine enough to illuminate even the darkest corners of our hearts. Be kind to yourself, because you are a sculptor and a sculptor, eliminating flaws while striving for beauty. Life's challenges leave scars, yes, but scars are maps of human survived journeys, stories engraved in body and soul. Treat yourself as if you were a wounded bird. Carefully embrace your pain so that its wings grow back. Humans are like stars scattered in the night sky, each burning alone but part of a constellation larger than any single point of light. Connect with others in times of adversity, because shared burdens weigh less than those you carry in isolation. Friendship is the bridge that spans the abysses of despair, and love is the beacon that guides ships lost at sea. When we embody calm, we become the authors of a different kind of music. Music that calms instead of panics, uplifts instead of overwhelms. Our presence becomes a balm for those around us. A calm melody weaves through discordant tones to restore harmony. Think of a mother who quietly whispers to her troubled child, and her voice is a lullaby that soothes troubled dream. Or the leader who speaks in a thoughtful tone during a crisis, and his words are a lifeline that calms panicked hearts. Calm is contagious, spreads like ripples across a pond, touching a life that is far from our direct reach. Calmness sharpens the mind like a sharp blade polished to perfection. And panic obscures wisdom, turns clarity into a fog, and reason into a reaction. But a calm heart acts as a mirror reflecting the truth, allowing us to discern paths that are blocked by emotion. And the decisions that we make calmly are like arrows aimed at the truth, hitting targets that correspond to the purpose and principle. The real strength is not the absence of fear, but the courage to walk through it. Like a traveler navigating through a dense forest of shadows, it is the lighthouse that stands tall in the face of the crashing waves. Its beam is unshakable despite the fury of the storm. It is the flame of a candle that refuses to go out, even when storms of doubt and despair strike it. Life will test us, again and again, like a potter shaping clay on a spinning wheel. There will be moments where keeping calm seems as impossible as holding sand in the open palm. But remember this, storms pass, the seasons turn, and dawn always follows dusk. There is a burning fire inside you that no storm can extinguish. Take care of her carefully, protect her tightly. Let her warm you during the cold nights. In the end, the real power does not boil down to overcoming the storm. It boils down to becoming the eye of a hurricane, a haven of calm in a world that is spinning madly.